Hello and welcome to what is the saddest episode of $1,000 Car Guy yet. It's time to say goodbye. Well, what I mean is, not so much saying goodbye, but saying that we're putting it on hold. As some of you know, this is my 2004.5 Passat wagon. It's very special to me because we did get this vehicle on the show. It's been with us for over a year now, which is a very long-term car for someone like me who goes through cars almost weekly. What makes this one special is right here, and right here, and right here. Yes, this is a very rare, very limited production anywhere in the world. 1.8 4-cylinder turbo, manual transmission, all-wheel drive, Passat wagon. So we picked up the Passat for what was an amazing deal at the time. If you want to see all of that back history, go ahead and watch the video. I'll link it somewhere above right now. This car's been extremely good to me. It's had a few issues, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from something over 200,000 miles. But honestly, this is the first car I've ever retired. I've never kept a car after not needing that car anymore ever in my life. So this is a very sad time for me. I know I'm laughing a little bit now, but I'm honestly a little emotional about not using it anymore because it is being replaced with this 2002 GMC Denali Yukon XL, which you guys have seen on the channel previously. Essentially, yes, the Denali gets terrible gas mileage, but the Passat isn't that great. Yes, the Denali is also all-wheel drive. The Passat is wonderful as well. But this can tow, and that's the difference. Yes, I do have a little tow hitch on the Passat, but it pales in comparison to the 6-liter power of the Denali, and then the all-wheel drive system as well. So the Passat's getting taken off the road, the Denali's replacing it, but I don't want to just leave the Passat outside. It was up for sale for quite some time, but no one wants to pay me what I think it's worth, which is fine. That's everyone else's choice. I really don't want to get rid of it, so I'm okay with having it just sit. But I don't want to just have it sit outside, so we're in a bit of a pickle. I do have plenty of room inside the back of the house here, whatever you want to call it, but not for two vehicles. I am thinking of trying to find a way to get both the Miata cart and the Passat in this general area, but I'm not sure if that's going to fit or not. So let me show you plan B. This is one of the corners of my property, and as you can see, there's a pretty large opening right here. It's probably at least 15 feet wide, maybe more. This is a medium-sized mango tree. Well, I say medium-sized because I have much larger ones here. It is a very large tree. It's probably 25 feet tall. This back section could be perfect for a 2-car carport. But if you know anything about this channel, it's that I'm cheap. Some people don't like the word cheap. You can use frugal if you want, but honestly, I don't want to spend any money. Especially not on storing cars that's not in a more permanent style structure. We've been talking a lot about building a garage and building a large metal building, but again, it takes time and money. Honestly, the house is getting much closer to being paid off, which is something that most people my age would never dream of. I've had a very fortunate life leading up to this point, and I can't thank the people around me enough for helping along with that. So there's a chance that we could put a carport back here, which would help it be undercover. But until I get, honestly, let's say $2,000, there's not going to be a carport going on. So that leaves us with option A again. Oh, and before anyone asks in the comments, the reason that I am not having both the wagon and the Denali on the road at the same time is because we also have my wife's car already on the road. Florida registration is not the cheapest that it could be, and having multiple tags or license plates is quite expensive in Florida. I do have 3, but I'd really like to save that 3rd one that I have for the Miata when it comes time. The second reason is that both the GMC and the Passat do the same thing, except the GMC can tow more, haul more internally, and has 8 seats. The Passat fits 5 comfortably, but that's max. It's been raining on and off all day, which sucks, but there's nothing to it but to do it, as they say. So let's time lapse this. So that's currently my problem. I'm sure some of you at home are thinking, like, well, he's almost there, right? No, not at all. What I've been pondering or thinking about is I can probably fit the Miata between here, but unfortunately, when the rain comes in really heavily, it would just get drenched every single time. And then I can't really park it sticking out here because, as you can see, it gets wet right in here too. So we're in a bit of a pickle. So what I was thinking, just in case you guys weren't thinking the same way, was that I could just kind of like hold the car straight in that way. Yes, it would be sitting at an angle, but we could still get out, get to the workbench, do the laundry, things like that. But it's not really practical. It doesn't make much sense, does it? And then if I put it there, it would just get soaked, so I don't know. Kind of stuck right now. As much as I hate to admit it, I don't think I can fit the Passat and the Miata in there right now. Or ever, actually. So I do have one of like the build your own carport type of deals, but we're in the hurricane season right now, and there's a good chance that I would have to take it down almost immediately after I put it up because it's not hurricane proof. It would just blow away into my neighbor's yard. Just whoop, there it goes. So I mean, honestly, I park the Passat outside every single day, so the elements aren't going to hurt it. What I'm trying to avoid is tree sap and seeds and leaves just building up on top of it. So I would say that our next goal is to save enough money to get a carport, but in order to make extra money, I have to flip cars. So it's kind of like I have to buy a car if I want to make some money to do more car stuff. Or if you guys watch more of the YouTube videos, that works too. So for now, the Passat's just gonna have to sit outside, I guess. Let's go park it in. Goodbye, my friend. Well, with that out of the way, I hope this thing still runs. It's probably a good idea that I let this thing warm up for a little bit. Although, I haven't ran this thing in probably over a week, so I'm pleasantly surprised that it started right up. Got to transfer my emergency blankets from the Passat over to the Yukon. Yay! So now that I got the license plate on, it's basically time for me to get all my important documentation together, because I'm swapping registrations along with renewing other registrations, along with transferring titles and things like that. The funny thing is, in Florida, like, I have to drive my vehicle, which isn't in my name, to the notary so that I can get it transferred to my name, but it's illegal for me to do that. Weird. I honestly had nothing else planned for this episode, so it's short and boring, but I just thought you guys would like to be part of the process. It's just something, you know, that has to happen. I'm sorry to say goodbye to the Passat, but hopefully it's not forever. Hopefully we get it back on the road pretty soon. Just not sure when that'll be. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate your continued support when you watch the show. I'll see you on the next one, when we'll be dailying the Yukon. Oh boy, 14 miles per gallon. All right, see you on the next one.